back to the Daily Grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting B word, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
It's story time, full-time family. But before I tell you guys this story, you guys gotta see what the title of this video is called, because it completely ties into this story. Amateur boxing debut knockout. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys about my cousin who just got knocked the fuck out. Friday style. You got knocked the fuck out. But, of course, it's just a joke, you know what I'm saying? But it's also a life lesson for a lot of people. Now, it's not funny when anybody you love gets beat up in a fight. You know, a professional fight is a little less. You know, if it's a street fight, nigga, I'm in there too. I'm probably getting beat up too. But if it's a professional fight, you know, you can't really jump in there and help out your family or your cousin or whoever you might be there to support. So, this story, where do I start? Okay, it involves my dad and my cousin. That's the funniest part. That's how I heard about the story, so I'm just going to jump right in. So, let's say my dad was addicted to Tide Pods, right? I know you guys are like, where the fuck did this story just go? Walk with me, full-time family. And if you're somebody that's not a part of the full-time family, I really don't give a fuck what you're thinking right now. So, let's say my dad liked fucking eating Tide Pods, and my cousin, you know, he just happened to sell Tide Pods, right? So, my dad does work for my cousin sometimes, like, hey, you know, you need some help with your yard, you need some help doing this, you need some help doing this, just let me get some fucking Tide Pods, bro. Well, after a while of that relationship, the fucking guy that's selling the Tide Pods starts to feel like, you know, you're not necessarily my uncle anymore. You know, they start to, before you started getting Tide Pods from them, they looked at you as an uncle. Because this is my cousin and my dad. So, you know, that's his mom's brother. So with that being said, you know, that's his uncle. But now he's looking at him more like an employee instead of an uncle. He kind of lost that respect. Like, nigga, you know, I just had you on my roof, you know, cleaning my gutters for Tide Pods. You know, I'm not looking at you the same. And he might still, but sometimes he gets out of line like he's not his uncle sometimes, you know. So they might be going to the store, the grocery store. My dad will be like, hey, can you drop me off over here first, you know, and pick me up after you're done with the store? He'd be like, no, man, either ride with me or fucking walk. And it's like, damn, little nigga, what the fuck? Like, I know you hooked me up with some Tide Pods, but I'm still your uncle. You trying to tell me to walk, nigga? Like, are you crazy? So, you know, but my dad, not in a good position to really do much on his own. It's like, okay, roll with the punches, roll with the punches. Well, Mr. Tide Pods, you know what I'm saying? My cousin who sells the Tide Pods decided, hey, you know, like a lot of people that sell Tide Pods, I'm starting to feel pretty, you know, tough sometimes, you know, or even if you're not feeling tough, I want to be able to throw these hands and defend myself, you know what I'm saying? So, start training amateur boxing, you know, going to the gym, running stairs, you know what I'm saying? Just doing your thug dizzle. And to somebody that normally didn't train, when you're hitting stairs with the fucking heavy backpack on and, you know, a long day's work, you feel like I can whoop anybody's ass, man. I'm fucking training, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm ready for my amateur boxing debut. Been training for about a year. Head movement. You know, niggas was ready. So, here we go. Fast forward. Gets his first professional boxing debut. And this is where I'll start to roll the tape. Because I wasn't there to watch it, but guess who was? My fucking dad. So, my dad, you know, he's part of the family. His, you know, Mr. Tide Pod, my cousin, his brother's there, his girl's there, my dad's there. Everyone's there to support. Even, my cousin's grandpa was there. Like, the whole family came out to support him. I didn't know about it. I probably would have went too. But, so, what happens in the fight? Let's roll this footage. I don't know. I wasn't there, and, you know, you guys can watch that if you want. But what I'm saying is, my cousin got knocked out. No, but it wasn't just a cold knockout. But what happened was, man, this is gonna fucking distract me, these niggas. I'll play that at the end or something. But you get the fucking point. I was trying to roll the footage of somebody getting knocked out in their debut because it ties into the story. But that's gonna fucking distract me, bro. So let's get back to this story. So he gets in the ring, family's there, he's fighting some Mexican dude, they're both amateurs. My cousin, though, is very first time stepping in a ring, amateur boxing, MMA, anything. This is a boxing fight, first time. The other guy had a little bit of amateur experience, and it showed in the fight. My cousin was swinging, like from my pop's recount, I didn't see the fight. He was saying he wasn't landing. He said it looked like his opponent had a target and he didn't, damn near. Like he was swinging, missing. He got tired after the, you know, a minute and a half or a round and a half in. He said, you know, he was running from all the way to Pawnee, all the way to fucking, you know, he was running some long distances. I didn't expect him to gas out that quick, and I was trying to explain shit. You know, cardio is a whole nother level. You can get yourself tired and then train a little harder, but that still doesn't replicate fight cardio. That fight cardio is something you have to learn and train over time. You can't just gas yourself out one day, 2 days in a row, and, you know, think you're gonna have fight cardio. A lot of people don't know that, especially amateurs. That's why you're getting in amateurs to figure that shit out. So ends up getting gassed midway through the second round and starts getting picked apart by the veteran. Boom, boom. Hey, now let's take it back to the Tide Pods. My dad, you know, who was kind of getting disrespected before this, even though he's family, he's kind of loving it. Like, oh, he's getting him for me. He's getting him for me. I know that's crazy. And you would think the last people on the sideline, like, yes, he's fucking losing, is your family. But, like, let's say you fucking just got in a fight with your brother and he goes to the fight with you. You just beat up your brother. You know, he might cheer one time when the opponent punches you, like, fuck yeah, that's what I wanted to do to him. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, my cousin got in his professional amateur boxing debut, and, you know, he held an L, he got knocked out. But the crazy part to me was, like, when my dad was retelling the story, he was like, man, you know, he had his face like the bitter beer face going down, like, and it's not funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad's part is funny, you know, him telling the joke, but, like, I'm not making a joke out of my cousin losing his professional boxing debut. Shit, hats off to him for even getting in that fucking octagon and doing his thug dizzle and putting his mind to it and stepping in there. It didn't go his way, man, but, you know, it takes balls to step in that octagon, and I'm always going to show that respect to anybody who steps in there. But with that being said, like, the family issues and the family drama part was just so fucking hilarious. Like, you know what I'm saying? He started kind of like being disrespectful, you know, a little bit. So my dad goes to the fight with him. He starts getting knocked out. And instead of being, you know, the family, like, oh, man, like, man, our guy just got knocked out. My dad said someone asked his grandpa, like, you know, my cousin's grandpa, like, oh, that was your grandson in there? That ain't my grandson. Like, damn. Like, he got knocked out and got disowned. You know, his grandpa said, that ain't my grandson. His uncle was like, that's what you get for disrespecting me over them Tide Pods, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you gotta be careful who you take to the fight with you. Some motherfuckers want you to lose. I already know, bro. If I got in like a YouTube wannabe celebrity MMA match, I would have niggas in my family wanting me to get beat up. And it's not even because I'm a bad person, but just because, man, I get a bad rap from my brother. Like, I know my brother, he would probably want to see me eat one punch, and not even just, he don't want to see me hurt, but he would like to be able, the next time we get in an argument, say, hey, you want to get back in that octagon? Because that's what my dad said he's gonna say next time. He said next time my cousin gets disrespectful, he's gonna say, hey man, why you need to go, you want to get back in the amateur boxing match? Do I need to take you back to the ring? So I just thought I shared that story with you guys, man. All fun and games. Thanks for listening, Full-Time Family. If you enjoyed the story, long story short, my cousin, you know, was selling my dad some Tide Pods, you know what I'm saying, or not even just selling him Tide Pods. And I know, like, that Tide Pods reference is dope as fuck, I get it. But, long story short, my dad was working for my cousin, and my cousin, you know, started to feel like an employee, or his boss instead of his nephew. Got a little disrespectful at times. So whenever my cousin signs up for his professional boxing match, or not even professional, for his amateur boxing debut and gets knocked out, my uncle, my dad, his uncle kind of took satisfaction in seeing him get knocked out. Like, yeah, nigga, you forgot I was your uncle for a second. You know what I'm saying? Feeling big and bad. You just got in that octagon. But hey, man, thanks for checking out. I know a lot of you guys have stories like this. You know, you might know one of your family members that got into an amateur fight, thought they were, you know what I'm saying, Billy Badass, and, you know, they just got put on a level playing field. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I want to say before I get out of here. Whole side note, like, you see that a lot. People, whether they're in the streets or, you know, whether they've had a couple professional boxing matches, they turn into fucking bullies, or they already are bullies. They think I can beat anybody's ass. And what I always like to say to those people is, you know, I hope you're not just somebody that fucking picks on people that you think you can beat up. There's so many of those guys out there. Oh, like, yeah, I'll fucking beat anybody's ass. Like, let someone test me and some small guy comes up to him or something and yeah, they kick their ass. But when Brock Lesnar walks up to him and does that same disrespect, nah, man, I'm not even, you know, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time. That's bully shit. That's weak shit. So all I'm saying is, for those people that, you know, are tough guys in the streets, man, you better motherfucking take that shit to some training. Don't be, you know, pretending you can whoop any. I got a little cousin right now, bro. She's in high school. I be seeing her on fucking social media all the time. Who wants to fight after school? She's probably the biggest person in her grade. You know, stocky, bigger chick like the Chris Cyborg of her motherfucking grade. And she be, oh, who wants to fight? Who wants to fight? And I be putting like, man, you need to go to an MMA gym, because you be talking about who all wants to fight. But if someone bigger than you or somebody that knows how to fight comes up to you, you're probably gonna get mocked and you're the one instigating this shit. So, you know, you see it out here, whether it's someone in your family, it's one of your friends, it happens. But all I say to them people is, put it on contract. Take that shit to either an amateur boxing or MMA fight. Don't just be out here thinking you're motherfucking tough, Tony. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.